and gentlemen, welcome back to the finals. It's a best of 7 still playing out right now. It is, of course, tied up now 2-2 in the top right corner of the map. Proven to be quite the foreign menace. It's the blue Protoss from Millennium, Lilbow.
The upper left, Oz, the red Terran. It's Gumiho.
What I'm loving about this is Gumiho is not some C, D, E, F, G, H lister Korean player. This guy's not the best Korean player in the universe at the moment, but he's really high up there, and he's regarded by most of one of the better Terrans out there. And we have a foreign player going toe-to-toe with him in the finals. I mean, seriously, StarCraft 2 has come so far. The foreign scene has improved so much, and even if Lilbow doesn't win this series, let's say he gets shut out right here. It goes 4-2 in Gumiho's favor. I'm still greatly impressed with the fact that even in the games he's lost, he's still played really freaking well.
Yeah. They were mostly really odd games, however. Gumiho's actually not a Terran who would usually... Who's going to do something here? That'd be cool. Oh, it is! It's Rex. He's actually someone who does weird stuff, obviously. Point right here, right? So those people are usually very well versed in dealing with weird stuff, but it's two players who do weird, sometimes all-any stuff facing each other, and just like some amount of luck, some amount of good decision making, getting the edge in an otherwise, you know, like who the heck is going to win this game. Yeah.
The other thing on top of that too is, what I've been loving is it has produced some very entertaining games as a consequence. We're so used to seeing like the tip top of standard versus standard that you forget about these really awesome moves that can be made in between. And Lilbow is gonna, okay, Will's got that second Rax. Now the second Rax in and of itself is really not that alarming because he did get to the main and he saw there was no gases, so he knows it's not fast Reapers, but it's still a lot of Marine production that you otherwise don't normally have to deal with in the early game. So the same way that a Zealot, Mothership Core, and a Stalker can poke, so can 6 or 7 Marines.
Yeah. And I'm not really, like, Gumiho, what could he have gotten out of this even if it wasn't scouted? You know? Okay, the Zealot's probably canceled and Nexus does go down a little bit faster, so maybe you get a cancel in Nexus. Maybe you actually get into the mineral line before the Stalker, Mothership Core can kill most of the Marines. But I guess that is pretty much all you would get, right? Otherwise, you just go into a normal macro game. But another Zealot is out. He'll be prepared to pull the probes if necessary. The Nexus didn't go down as fast as possible. And Gumiho, he knows that he's not going to get everything that he could have, so he puts in his own command center.
I kind of wish we did see the Nexus come down much faster, though, because the sooner it's finished, the sooner, of course, you can overcharge it. But if Lilbow's eyes are set on going for a poke, then it kind of makes sense, because, well, who needs a defensive fight if you're fighting across the map?
Yeah. He also got that second Zealot, so he was really prepared to have to deal with like a ton of Marines, and well, there were never going to be like a ton of Marines. They were going to come very slowly across the map too. So unfortunately, he kind of got something out of this build just because his opponent did expect the build, you know, and nothing actually ever happened.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how. I mean, this is a lot of Marines to tango with. It's still 2 Zealots and a Stalker though. With the Mothership Core, this is not going to be the easiest thing to hold off, but we'll see as the fight starts up here in just a second. Zealots looking to get some swipes off. Sadly, even without stim, they can still be kited around.
Yeah.
But if it's less than 4 at the end of this, the Mothership Core is going to reign supreme. He's going to try and focus this down.
Is he going to lose it?
I think he's going to lose it. Time Warp goes down because why not? Sadly, one Stalker versus this many Marines is going to have to kite his butt off. A lot of control going to be necessary to make this work. But losing that Mothership Core, 100 minerals, 100 gas down the window. Down the drain. That's out the window. Down the drain. There you go.
I'm not really sure that was worth it. I mean, Zealots are usually like they're minerals, right? But it was 2 Zealots before a Nexus. Like that was a kind of a committed, you know, attack that wouldn't do more than maybe just kill some Marines.
Oh, still trading out a little bit low. He stalls out the bunker, which is really nice. But this other Stalker's finally started regenerating shields. Oh, the SCV! Oh, high five! And the other Stalker looks like, oh, SCV, go for double kill. Go for the double kill. No, okay.
He's had his glory.
Yeah, he did. Alright, so that was really scrappy a little bit. But we look at the resources lost, and honestly, it's not like that wasn't worth his time or investment. It wasn't the cost-effective trade I think he was looking for, but at least he doesn't end up behind because of it. By killing so many Marines, you know, that's the potential of that Photon Overcharge bait. That's the... How many Marines actually died there for a second? 11 Marines. That's the push that comes and puts pressure inside his own natural.
Yeah, but he kind of traded out the, you know, not in the Photon Overcharge for losing that Mothership.
Yeah, I don't think the Mothership Core should have died, I agree. But still, it's the point to the fact that this ends up not being the worst case scenario for Lilbow. Or Gumiho, really, I guess. But big shout out, by the way, to Riomar. $15 donation. Hashtag hi. This guy always has the best messages. Thank you, Riomar.
I thought Lilbow might follow this up with like frankly, an all-in, you know, Blink Stalker all-in, which isn't so good at Merry-Go-Round. In fact, probably one of the worser maps you can do it on. But just because like the pressure on a pressure on a pressure these guys have been doing, I was not at all going to be surprised if he did. But it is just going to be a regular build into a Robo.
Alright, well, we saw some fun back and forth here in the early game. The question is, how do each of these guys handle the late game? So far, everyone's getting the tools necessary. We got a starport with the reactor soon to be out in a moment. We're going to have Blink Stalkers available for Lilbow. I don't think anyone really comes out ahead as far as builds go at the moment, but of course this is going to come down to a lot of what happens next. Do those medevacs get picked off by the Stalkers? Or do the medevacs get by undetected and kill a lot of probes? There's a lot of what-ifs that are going to come, and a lot of this is going to come down to scouting information for Lilbow, I'd say a lot more than Gumiho. Because of course Terran players are just like, scan, oh, you got Stalkers? Never mind.
Yeah. Looks like he was a little scared. The bunker's going down, but a fast third. We might get away with this. Maybe.
I think so. Gumiho is playing a little defensive himself right now. Double bunkers coming down. Doesn't seem like he wants to move out. I mean, you don't typically pick up 8 Marines after you put down 2 bunkers and go for a drop, but yeah, the timing's starting to get to the point where he'll start salvaging these, realizing, all right, it's safe.
Very quickly, too. Overlooking to a defense he didn't need at all. And this means like the third might still be canceled. But even if it's not canceled, like the fact that it gets up, obviously you have the Mothership Core cannon, that's very helpful. It's still a hard third to hold on to. The concaves are big and the Colossus aren't out yet.
Certainly. I wonder if this will be one of those things, though. We did see Hearthstone this earlier where we prioritize extra Colossus over the extended thermal lanes. You know, if he just dumps Chrono after Chrono into that, it might be worth it. A little bit supply block, though. Awkward. Chrono, there you go. Alright, well, here comes that attack. This is thwartable for now, but as predicted earlier, the third base is going to be a point of vulnerability. I'm not sure if Gumiho knows about this yet. No, but he might with that probe. Yeah, he's like, wait, where'd that probe come from? Yikes, that's going to hurt. Force Field's working a little bit against Lilbow. He's forced to funnel out of his own base. Looks like the Nexus is probably going to fall. Not even worth overcharging, should it have even had the energy for it.
It goes right into the main, though. That was quick.
That's a good move, too, because Gumiho, he saw Lilbow respond. He knows he's out of position. There's an overcharge for this one, though. Will he pop it? No? No?
Guess he can take it on without one.
I don't think he realized he had it available. So he'll clean this up at the cost of a couple of probes. The medevacs are trying to run away, but those air blockers. Oh, that looks awkward as hell. It's like it's just swan diving into a wall, basically.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, okay, that was cleaned up kind of easily. It did kill a couple of stalkers and a couple of pylons, but, you know, Gumiho's not done with the pressure, and he got that third. Like, at the end of the day, he got a third, and that's super nice. He can go on with his life and be happy. Yeah.
Lilbow, I mean, he lost a lot of probes for that, too, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't put him behind Gumiho, per se, but, yeah, that third base not being there is a pretty big deal.
Cleaning up all these pylons. I like the pylons, really, but, you know, you gotta realize once they're found, they are gonna die, and that is... Minerals are going to replace.
The main base could maybe use a cannon or two for ultimate safety, but I think right now for Lilbow, more concerned about getting his actual army value up there. You know, more Colossus to split, more army to actually fight with. I mean, he's seen that Gumiho's been cleaning up a lot of his pylons down here to the south, so he knows that there's probably nothing here out to the east or west, because directions.
Whatever. You know, we don't know the gravitational.
Yeah, maybe north is down. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Anyways, like, this all-in was a good move, I think, from Lilbow. Like, trying to get another third up was probably going to be, like, too hard to try. And, well, he lifts the third of Gumiho.
Not enough left at home for sure. The medevac doesn't even go down. The Mothership Core certainly will. Oh, so shy. 80 energy, almost had an overcharge available. The Colossus coming out should be able to hold this. Meanwhile, big attack still going on the other side of the map. There's no bunkers up. There's a lot of army waiting for him at the top of this ramp. This could be suicidal for Lilbow.
I think so. But, like, the other option was to try and, like, expand off of this, and that was also going to be very difficult.
Oh, just barely can't catch that medevac. Blink on cooldown, a couple more stalkers coming in. He will be able to shut this down finally, but weirdly enough, similar workers killed in this attack. Not overall, but in this attack. You know, 7 and 11. Get a Slurpee.
You better be so careful.
Yeah, this is so many. It's not even just that it's a big army. It's like it's Marauders, it's Vikings. It's very anti-Colossus army, is what this is. There's not a lot of charge lots. I don't think there's any charge actually finished researching at this point. So buffering for this army is not going to be easy. Gonna try and kite with some of the Stalkers. Blinks up north. We're gonna focus on some of the Vikings, but this Marauder count is just gonna wreck everything. Comes in like a wrecking ball. I mean, look at this. The Stalkers just had a chance, still blinking away, doing what they can. The Vikings not landing on the ground, and there's no Immortals to support this. There's nothing for Lilbow but death. Good game is called, and Gumiho will take a lead in the series 3-2. I would like to apologize for my actions just now.
Because of the wrecking ball?
Not only because I quoted it, because I didn't even mean to start trying to sing it. Like, that's the worst part. As I'm doing it, I'm like, what am I doing? Stop that! But all right.